Hello, I guess. I was pressing the wrong buttons. Hello, I guess. I was pressing the wrong buttons. I'm live now. Today is confusing. Let me just make sure the stream is happening. And I believe it's happening. Let's see if my hello. Hello. The chat is working. Okay. Well, we are here today to try to do something. I'm not sure. I already did it in Unity once, but here the process is a little bit different, so probably it's not solvable in the same way. But what I want here is to have the spaceship to break apart on impact. If the impact is too big, the spaceship will break apart. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, because different engine, different philosophy. Anyway, I will start by changing a little bit this sprite, because to break it apart I actually need to have the sprite broken. So I will roughly do it, not very artistically perfect, but what I want is to have a sprite shit with this guy broken. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to do is to expand a little bit the canvas, because I need more space to do it. Image canvas size, and we can go 2024 48 by 2048 resize. Okay, this layer could use the entire image. And what I'm going to do now is to break apart. My pen is working. Yes, it is. So what I want to do is to have some kind of, let's say I want to break it, and maybe I can do that. I will do it very roughly. I don't know, let me try something like going around. Can I zoom in here? Yes, I can. Let's like break it around the vent. Now let's make something. Okay, this is a weaker point here. And here we have the first part that we are going to separate from the main body. I'm thinking about how I need to separate these parts. Can I just drag it? No, undo. So maybe I need to do this. Okay. and now it's separated. So this will be one of the parts. I will break it into like 6 parts or something like that. So now next one, this is done. I need to change the tool. I need to memorize the shortcuts for this. Okay, so now the next one can be the thing starts here, it continues to break around there, and when it reaches the window is a weak point, so it will break around this line, and then let's go against this rail, and that's it. So this part will be another part. Zoom out, bring it here, and we have another part. Never forget that we need to have an entire square around it without any other objects, because eventually we need to cut this inside Godot, and I cannot have anything in these empty corners. So this is kind of okay. So now let's break around here and use this line as a breaking point, maybe. So click, click. Click, 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 click. This doesn't need to be perfect, at least at this point. It's for me to test the concept. Let's use the window. I kind of like. Yeah, let's go. Let's break here. And now I need to close the thing. Yeah. So this could be another part. Let's separate it and find an empty spot to put it, like here. Now I will do the same with this part over here. Let's go around this edge over here. Let's use the vent as a breaking point. And as you can imagine, I can have like 10 different cuts, or make a system to randomly cut it. And eventually, when I break the spaceship, I can decide if it's a strong impact or a slow impact. And the spaceship breaks apart differently every time. Even when you just die once. Copy, no, cut, paste. Let's put the thing here. And now let's break this part around this point. And now we can go around the door. The door is another failure. The engine stays with the door, no, with the other part. And yeah, this is enough. So I just need to make sure that I have an empty square around each part. So I can fit one here, another there. Maybe let's make sure. This one over here. This one over here. These two don't touch the other one. This is isolated. This is okay. Now almost. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. So all of these are okay. I'll just copy all of them and put them together. Yeah, it's not very okay. Let me file, export as spaceship B broken. Export PNG, export. So now inside Godot I have, ignore this, I was trying to do this differently. So this is the spaceship. Can I zoom in here with a pen? Oh, I can zoom with the buttons. Okay. I have here the spaceship broken. If I bring it here, as you can see, it's the same size. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to assemble this on top of the spaceship, and on impact I will delete this one and I will instantiate in the same place this one. Each part will have a rigid body so it can move freely and have a collision shape, and that's it, I guess. I'm not sure yet. So let's delete this from here. This is scale 1. I don't have to change anything. I will create a new scene. This will be, that's the part I'm not sure, so I will try. This needs to be rigid body 2D, and of course the rigid body does not contain a collision shape. Yes, I know. Let's put here because the rigid body, let me close everything that I don't need today. Everything I don't need. Station expansion, radio manager. So what I have here in the spaceship is um, a rigid body, and the sprite is aimed on the rigid body. So for this to work, I need to have a rigid body for each part, but I'm foreseeing a future problem. When I instantiate the object, let's say I have here some sticks. So this is my spaceship. When this collides with something, it will break. So I will instantiate with another one that is already broken, and it will move apart. But the thing is, if the thing is moving this direction and collides here, I need to keep the same direction and the same speed. So I need to copy the velocity properties from the original one and put them inside each element so they have the same direction. And because they are separated, they eventually will break and fly in a different direction. Nice. Except if the spaceship is doing this. If the spaceship is rotating and I copy the thing, each element will be rotating individually in the same direction, because I'm just copying the rotation, and I'm not doing this one goes up and this one goes down. Eventually they break apart. So what I have to do is to have a rigid body, a parent rigid body, and I instantiate that with a parent. I copy the things to the parent and the thing starts to move. And then I just break them apart. I just separate them from the parent, and they should keep their speed and rotation and whatever. I'm not sure. So the best way to have sure is to try. That's how we learn. Because eventually, I don't know if we don't need to have a don't remember the name. A what? Joint something. Physics. Let's clear this one. So node, collision, physics, a rigid body, physics bond no, static no. Where is, yeah, joint to D. So maybe we need to have some kind of connection before we actually let them go. So they kind of interact with each other and they have the same physical rules applied to each other. I'm sorry. I have a feeling that my microphone is running away from me. Anyway, let's see if it's possible to do it. What happens if I had another rigid body? Can I do it? Yes, I can. This one will have a spaceship broken asset. This needs to be inside this one. Okay, and this one needs to be a region. Enable edit region. Let's start by selecting this one. Okay, close, and this is my first region. Oh, undo. I don't want to move the sprite. The sprite should be centered. So transform, reset. And I want to move the rigid body. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. Around here, more or less. So now let's add the other ones. So another rigid body. I cannot duplicate this one because Godot has a bug. I don't know if it's a feature. If it is a feature, it's a wrong feature. Godot has a bug where if I duplicate some object, it doesn't happen with all of them. Some object, when I duplicate them, it creates a copy, but some parameters still linked to the original. And if I change the original, I change all the others. For example, I guess I can show you here. Let's try. So add child node. We need a polygon collider. Collision polygon 2D. Okay, and this doesn't have a shape, so let's make a shape. So this will be polygon. Okay, let's draw a fast and dirty polygon around this. Doesn't need to be super perfect. It's just to kind of simulate this shape. And here is the polygon. Let's duplicate this and see if everything is different, or if I can change one without changing the other. So duplicate. And the second one, and let's do another region. And the other region could be this one over here. Okay. Let's move the rigid body. Undo this one. Let's move it there. But before that, I will draw the shape. So now let's reshape this shape. Let's reset the shape. Okay, it stays. So in this case, I guess shape, click, 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 many clicks. This should be enough. Okay, it didn't, this case it didn't happen. So I can duplicate this one. And this should go. I will need to put this collision behind the sprite so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. And if I hit play, what's going to happen? Technically, they are rigid bodies. They can collide with each other. So, and because they are already inside one of each other, they should repel each other. So the thing should explode by naturally, just because the colliders are touching already. Let's do a test. If I hit play, I need a camera because this is outside of camera. And the child node camera 2D. create. Eventually this camera will be deleted. Let's zoom out. What? I cannot go. If I move the pen, it always goes negative. Okay. I need to adjust this with a mouse. Okay. So let's play this scene. Oh, I need to broken ship elements, save. They should repel each other. Okay. Let's mute the music or mute everything at this point. They repel each other, but they didn't fly away. Probably because the rigid body has some kind of or maybe the first one cannot be a rigid body. Let's see, mass distribution, deactivation, no. Solver. Oh, I remember this from the other stream. I have to enable something or they don't collide, or at least they don't damp 0, angular damp 0, so there's no drag. Constant forces 0, 0, 0. They don't go away. Sorry. I'm sorry. They don't go away. They don't go away. Well, that's a thing that in Unity happens. If you hit play on an object that is already touching, they will separate and they keep that. Here it's not happening. I'm not sure if it's because of that node, parent node over there. Let's substitute that with another one. So this one is the parent and everything goes to that one, and this one delete. Let's test again. Okay. That main parent was affecting the thing. So now let's gravity scale 0. Let's try again. I'm pretty sure I pressed enter key or not. Enter. F6. Yeah, they start already apart. Okay, it is what it is. Eventually we will put here the directions, so we will see. Let's do the other parts. I should go like clockwise, or at least top to bottom, left to right, so I understand. So this part, duplicate number 4. It will be there. It's another region. It's another region. Come on, doesn't work now. It was working before. It will be this region over here. And this will be there. And now let's reset this polygon and let's redraw it properly. Click, click, click. Could be almost a line. It's not very important. And that's it. Let's put the thing to the correct place and let's jump to the next one. So duplicate. Sprite, region, edit region. Now it could be, oh, this was working, now it's not working. Right button, middle button. No. Close. Let's move the part over here, but before that we need to draw the polygon. Around it. Click, oh, wrong tool. This one is W. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Duplicate. Reset the polygon. Move the thing. And there, select a new region. Oh, come on, why this is not working? This could be no, this needs to be this part, I guess. No, this is the left side, right side, left side is this one. Okay. Close. No, this one is already there. Oh, it's the bottom part, bottom. So this, I believe I'm missing something. Oh, is this one over here? Okay. It's this one over here. Okay. Let's pick up this. It's okay. Shape tool. Click, 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 click. The collision shape, if it's simpler, it's easier to be processed, and because we don't actually have a lot of detail because we are very far away, and we are not making a simulator, so this doesn't need to be a precise collision. rough shapes around the main shapes will be enough. No one cares about that detail over there. Okay. Move the rigid body into place and duplicate again. Now the bottom part of the window. Reset the polygon region, edit region. Bottom part of the window is this one over here. Close. Let's move the entire thing to draw the new shape. Move. Come on, I pressed the W. This goes there. And finally, duplicate, clear the shape, move it around here, or move it there. Sprite region, edit region, we want this region. Collision polygon, click, 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 click. Let's do the engine, this corner. This should be okay. Rigid body, move into place. So roughly I have the spaceship, but this one is all broken. And I believe they will behave as I am expecting. Okay. Maybe I need to have a micro shape inside that will grow just to make it explode. But I'm not sure if I can change the size of the shape in real time, and that being processed in real time as a collision shape. I'm not really sure. But what I can test is to drop something here and see what happens. So let's create here another rigid body. Cancel. I will copy this one. Duplicate. This one goes to the right. And now let's add some force. So it goes there and it collides, and let's see what happens. So this one can have a directional linear velocity minus how much per second? Minus 200 pixels per second. And 20 pixels in Y direction. Let's press play and see what happens. Wrong direction, come on. Come on, minus 600. Okay. It's kind of behaving as I was expecting. They stay afloat, they interact with each other. Maybe I need to have a more precise shape so these parts can actually fit together. But I want to explode the thing. So minus 3000. minus 20, 100. Let's see. Much more interesting. Much more interesting camera. Let's do more zoom. More zoom. Let's go with the last one. Direct impact there. Let's do another one. Duplicate. Let's put this one on this side and make it go in the other direction. 3000, a little bit less, 2900. So this one will reach first. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this is what I want. The spaceship breaks apart and stays floating. I don't like the drag. This part stopped rotating. Let's repeat again. Oh no, wrong play. Display. This part starts rotating and now it stopped rotating. So I don't want the drag. I need to remove the drag from all of the rigid bodies. They have some drag and I don't want that. Maybe I need to have a physical material. Mass distribution automatic, deactivation, whatever, solver. Okay, linear is the speed. Damp mode combine, but damp is 0. Oh, it goes -1. Damps the body's movement. By default, the body will use the default linear damp in project settings physics to D or any value override. The override set by an area to D, the body is in. Okay. Depending on linear damp, you can set linear damp to be added or replaced with the body damping value. Do I have some by default? But yeah, what means -1? What does it mean? Let's see what happens with -1. -1. Play. Yeah, -1 is, as I was expecting, against speed, so 0. But this is linear. Okay, angular. Combine 0, damp 0. Constant forces 0, 0, 0, 0. So I'm not sure why the thing is stopping. Stop rotating because it shouldn't. Blah 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 blah. Project settings physics to the physics to the. Oh, it's here 0.1. Okay. Default linear damp 0 and default angular damp 0. Close. This will change how the game is played because now the spaceship will not stop when it's very close to stopping. Maybe I can change this damping setting with the difficult level of the game. So if you are a beginner, Okay, don't stop rotating. Very interesting. Now I like it more, much more than before. But the thing is, I want it to start already. I want it to start like this and not already separated because these areas are colliding. So maybe I can deactivate all the rigid bodies in the beginning. I will wait one frame so the thing starts like this, and in the next frame I will enable it and they will break apart. And because the game is already running, they will keep that speed, I believe. Let's try. Let's do a script now. We need a script for the broken spaceship. Create a new script called broken ship. And the broken ship will be there. And we need to do what? We need to have we need a list. We need a list of rigid bodies okay. I need a list of rigid bodies called parts. That's it. At the ready function, we will find all of the parts that are can I do that? Get child, get node, get node. Get children. What does the get children? Okay, it puts all, it makes a what? A list already with all the children. Godot collects array, it's an array. Returns an array of references to nodes children's. If include internal is false, the return array won't include internal children. See internal parameter, blah, 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 blah. I don't want internals, I just want the... So this is an array. So let's do an array. Rigid body, block parts. And now parts equals to that. I cannot do that. Cannot implicitly convert the type array into an array. Come on. Godot node. Node. A type of Godot, and if I cast them as a rigid body today. Oh, of course I cannot cast them. Maybe I need to do a for loop and add them to the list. Can I add things to the array? I don't remember. Parts dot add dot no. I will do a list. I prefer to do a list. So list of rigid body today called parts. Now parts for each child in children. How can I do this? Children. Okay. And children will be what? Unnecessary assignment of out. Okay. Can I say parts equal children? Of course not, because one is a list and another is an array. Cannot implicitly convert an array of Godot node It's funny because I cannot convert the Godot node array to a Godot node array. Or maybe the way of Godot collections dot array Godot node. I don't know, this is not compatible. That's why we are always learning. I will try to do this the other way. So or maybe let's see what we can learn with this information. Copy, paste, and see if we get some information. In Godot engine, when dealing with Godot scripts in C#, the type system are slightly different, which can cause confusion, especially blah 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 blah. In your case, you're trying to convert a Godot array into a Godot node. Object to a native is this type mismatch arises because Godot collection array is a Godot specific data structure used primarily in Godot scripts and does not directly map to C# native array types. Okay. To solve the problem, the type conversion issue, you'll need to manually convert one to another. Yeah, and this is for, yeah, it's a for loop for each one inside one of the arrays. I will get it manually and put it into the other. So it was what the solution I was thinking of, but I didn't know that this one, it's not the same as this one, because for me an array is an array anyway. So let's delete this line over here and let's if this is correct, GPT went really far since the last time I tried it. Because the last time I tried, I asked C# stuff and it gave me Godot 3 GD script only, with full of errors because it was trained before. But yeah, if this is true, it actually is understanding the C# better now. Anyway, so for each children, I'm not sure. Yeah, for each children, I prefer to do a for loop. This is just going inside the array, so it's just counting. If the array has 5 elements, it will count 5 times and it will copy one into another. Godot node. Maybe oh no, I cannot do this because I cannot do it into. Yeah, no. So I want to do this, but only if the child is a rigid body. I can have different childs. For example, the camera is not a rigid body, and I don't want the camera in this group. So I will not use a for loop, because the for loop is just going index by index. It doesn't care about. I need to test if the thing is so I will do a for each. So we put the thing inside this variable, this children variable, and now for each rigid body to the child in children. So for each rigid body child, so probably it will ignore the other ones, I guess. For each rigid body in children, we do the thing as GPT told us. So let's copy this and change the name. So parts, address. Oh, I need to count the address. Let's do a counter here. So int count equals 0. Count. We cast the child directly there. Copy, paste. Oh, it doesn't allow me to do this. Why? Oh, yeah, I don't need to do that. So for each rigid body in children. Oh, this parts is a list. I don't need to do this. Ignore, delete. I just need to say parts.add what? A child. And that's it. It will automatically add to the next index of the list. And that's it. I believe this will make this process to ignore all of the other objects that are not let's print the parts here. Godot print parts, and let's print the list. Copy, paste, and this will be children. Copy, paste, save. Let's make sure we have more than just rigid bodies. Yes, we have a camera. and we have rigid bodies, and we can add another one just to make sure. I don't know, something, a node to D. So the list should have the camera, the rigid bodies, and the node, but the parts should only have the rigid bodies. Save, play. Stop. We have one error and we don't have prints. And the error is unable to cast object of type camera to type Godot rigid body. Okay, it breaks apart when it finds a different thing. So let's go node and let's cast this child as a rigid body 2D. We actually don't need to do this because I will test if child is a rigid body. If child is if this works, I will be impressed. Rigid body 2D. Come on. This works? Really? Really? Okay. I accept that. I cannot do this. Okay. Okay, because this is expecting a rigid body specifically, and now child is a node, so I need to cast it as a rigid body. Okay, I'm okay with it. If this is as simple as this, I'm really surprised. Let's test it. One bug, no prints. Object not referenced was object reference not set to an instance of an object. Which object? I'm not sure if this is working, so probably this is not working. Child for each node in child. Child is read only struct system boolean represents a boolean true or false. Yeah, thank you. It helps a lot. But the question is what it does. That is, let's do this. Copy. Let's ask to our friend. Can I do this? I do this. Explain me the is thing inside the if. Oh, node child. I need to see for it node child. No, yeah, that's okay. If child is rigid body. Why? I need to declare a variable here. Doesn't make sense. But yeah, okay. Let's try if that's the problem. I'm just trying to compare the type. Yeah, still have problems. So that's not the problem. Line 15. Yeah, the problem is here. Of course, this one doesn't work probably. Yeah, I want to understand what the is do. Explaining the is thing inside the if statement. What the is do. The is keyword in C# used to check whether an object is of a specific type. Yeah, it was what I was thinking. I'm comparing a type. This type checking is essential when you are working with a system where the object can be of various types and you need to ensure that the operations you perform are type safe. It's what I'm trying to do. Detect only rigid bodies. My object is a string. Okay. In the example, okay, is with type casting. In more practical application, especially when dealing with collection of objects where the exact type isn't known, is can be used not only to check the type but also to cast it accordingly. Starting with the C# 7.0, I guess it's the one we are using here. You can use is along with patterns matching to both check the type and assign it to a new variable. If the check is successful, assign it to a new variable. That's why I need a variable. Here's an example similar to what you provided, illustrating this feature. Yeah, these do what I was expecting to do. So maybe I need to encapsulate this in curly braces, but I guess not. Parts is a reference to that part. Okay, add. Oh, come on. I always forget this thing. We need to start the list. Come on, wake up. Equals to new list. List of what? Of rigid bodies today. That's it. Open and close. Save. If I declare a part variable, that is a list of rigid bodies. But if I don't do this, if I don't initialize it, it will not exist. So now parts exist. Save. So if I have, if I don't do this, let me just make sure. Because now I separate the if from the parts. They are into different lines. The error I had was on line, whatever it was, the line, I don't remember. It was on line 15. Line 15 was this one because this went down eventually. So I don't know if this is the problem or this is the problem. Now it's separated, so now the error should be on line 18. Let's close here and see if we have a new error on line 18 only. Wrong play. Yes, we have an error on line 18. Yes, line 18. So the problem is this one. It doesn't recognize the error says object reference not set to an instance of an object. This means that it doesn't recognize some of these objects. Child is there. If this was the problem, the error would be here. It's the first time it appears. Rigid bar is a type, so the only thing that we have is parts, and parts exist, yes, but it's not initialized. This is annoying, but it happens. But as you can see, more than annoying, if I don't do it, if I close here, I don't have anything that tells me here that this bug exists. So the code looks correct, but it doesn't work. There is another error that is very difficult, extremely difficult to find, especially if you are reviewing code from another person. That is this. If I go to the if statement and I do this, no problem, no errors, nothing appears. Oh, I have here the yellow, probably mistaken empty statement. Ah, okay, now this is new. This didn't happen before. Because if I do this, at least in the previous version and in the last time I used Unity, this was a problem. I don't have anything there, or this is very invisible. I don't know. I have the yellow mark over there. Yeah, but before, I don't know, like 2 months ago when my students were doing the game, this was a problem, and this didn't happen, this warning. And yeah, this is a problem. The code looks correct. If this is invisible, you don't have anything that is saying that the code is wrong. Now we have, so yeah, nice. But before we didn't, so the code works, but doesn't work as you expected, because even if this is false, because the if statement is closed there, this will happen anyway. And we need to make sure we don't close an if statement there. Anyway, and here is the same problem, probably. So if I close here, I should have a warning there. Oh, you are not initializing a list. Careful. So let's see if this works now. Did I save the script? Yes. Oh, well. Many things in the console. I don't know when one starts and the other starts, so nope. Let's say all and parts. Save, print, play. Okay, it's printing the parts, but it's printing the entire thing. I don't see what it has inside, but I believe if all goes there after children and we print part every time we find a new part, maybe we can check it. Child goes there, block, save, go to Godot, hit play, hit stop. Yes. So all parts, we have a camera, we have a node, we have a lot of stuff, but we want to change the properties of physics inside only the rigid bodies. We are doing this now just for testing, but we will need to do this later with a real thing to apply the motion. So part rigid body, rigid body, rigid body, rigid body, rigid body. So we actually have a list with only the rigid bodies. So when the thing starts, we have a list with all rigid bodies. Parts. So now we can, let's add here another boolean called is first frame equals true. Copy, it starts as true, paste. So when the game starts, is first frame is true, so the first frame will happen. Let's do another boolean because I don't want this to body active equals false. Copy paste. I'm being very literal in the logic. So if is first frame or is not first frame, and is first frame is what? It was wrong. Oh, first, okay. First, it needs to be first. Copy, paste. If it's not first frame and body actives are not actives and not bodies active, it will activate all the bodies. Activate bodies. At the end of the frame, we will set is first frame equals to false, because at the end of the frame, no matter what, is no longer the first one. So is first frame is false? Yes. And the bodies are not active? Yes. We will activate them. So this will activate the bodies only in the second frame. This will allow the thing to start on top of each other and then activate the next one, and they should collide. It could happen, they will collide and they will have an infinite speed because they will immediately go out of each other. But let's see what happens. And now for each it's the same process here. Copy, paste. For each rigid body to the child, or let's call it differently, part in parts. So now we are sweeping the list with only rigid bodies. We activate save. We activate what? Where is the thing? The activation sleeping off. So we need to go inside and say, if true, the body will not move and will not calculate forces until woken. Now, oh, but for example, a collision by, okay, let's say sleeping, can sleep, yes, and when is sleeping is static. Or maybe I just need to make them kinematic. Or maybe I just need to make them all kinematic by default, and they will move. The activation kinematic. Let me try play. No, it doesn't work. So it's not that problem. They are all sleeping except these two, because these two are the ones that will collide. Okay, so this doesn't belong, these two doesn't belong to those. Yeah, but they could be, because they are in the list. Let's keep them the same. So they are sleeping, static. Okay. Save. First frame, nothing happens. Second frame, for each rigid body in parts, we'll do part dot sleep. It's not sleeping, it's sleeping, I don't remember the name. Yeah, sleeping off. Sleeping goes equal to false. And that's it. And eventually, at the end, we say bodies active equals true. So we will not do this every frame. Save. If this works, I will be happy, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I want to see the thing happening, so I need to make sure it's happening. So let's count the frames. Int frame count. It will start at 0. Frame count plus plus. If frame count is higher than, okay, well, let's say 60 frames per second, let's do 200 frames. If this is higher than 200 frames, we will trigger this. So it will wait 200 frames. We should see the thing happening. Or maybe 200 frames is not slow enough for this computer. Let's do 2000. I believe it's not working what I was expecting to work. So this sleeping falls. Let's not do this. Let's see if the collision still happens. Technically, something's wrong. Or maybe the sleep cannot, it doesn't disable the collisions. Because they are all on. They are all sleeping. I'm pretty sure. They are all sleeping. Yes, they are. So collision. Maybe it's collision. No. Continuous collision detection. Probably yes. Collision detects. Okay. Max contacts. Oh, but this is for this is for the signals, I guess. So they actually collide visually and physically, but they don't transmit information unless I have here a number. Yeah, if true, the signal receiver will emit signals when collides with another pod. So it's not this. What I want is to disable. Can I disable the polygons? Can I disable the polygons? Probably. Let's see if I can disable the polygons. It told me something about it was not here. I don't remember when I saw children. Probably here. Okay, get children boolean equals to false. Can I just put this here? Or it's just a false or a true? Include internal true. Let's put true. So now the children have everything, including the polygons. And instead of rigid bodies, we are going to check for polygons. Collision polygons to the pols poly. Okay. And this will be collision polygons 2D, collision polygons 2D. And for each collision polygons 2D, we will enable it. How can I enable or disable this? Disable on or disable off. Can I search for pol? Okay. Can I select all of them? So all polygons will be disabled. Save. And now we say this is called disabled parts dot disable equals to false. If they are not disabled, they are enabled. Okay, save. Let's test the thing, turning off and turning on the polygons. Okay, they are not colliding. 2000 frames, no problems. Let's remove the 2000 count. So if they are not enabled from the beginning, the wrist body ignores it. Oh no, wait. If I'm not mistaken, rigid bodies are sleeping. Okay, just to make sure. Oh, it didn't found them because it should print old child, and it didn't print any. Collision polygon 2D, and it's not finding the children inside the children. So that's a lie. This is a lie. Returns an array of references to node children. If include internal is false, do I need to write include internal? Yes. Yes. No. No. Node get children. How to get all children from a node. include internal. No include internal here. Very nice. Very useful. This documentation is very useful. Maybe I'm in the wrong thing. How to get all children of nodes. Get children. Yeah, it's just putting it through. At least this guy is asking with the same problem. Does weapon component have a tool attribute? Try adding it to the yeah, this guy is trying to find something that he created, not something from Godot. But the thing is, he's trying to get all. Yeah. So the children of the children. And print all children. This should have the entire list of things. Probably I'm overcomplicating the thing. Because I'm not sure if I really need this behavior. So something to solve in another day, probably. At this moment, I will just re-enable all polygons. And I will just ignore. Oh, I need to have the rigid bodies for other reasons. I need to have the rigid bodies for future reasons, but at this point, it's okay like this. What I want is to have like what I want is to have another node. I already have here another node. So let's simulate this goes in root. This will be the level. And this will be the thing I will instantiate when the collision happens. Let's disable these two. Okay. So I will instantiate this. I need to copy the speed. So this thing is moving whatever direction it is. And when I instantiate, I get all the rigid bodies and I will copy the same direction and the same rotation and whatever for these objects. And then I release them from this node. That is the node I will instantiate. I will release them from this node and I will put them in the level. So they are separate. I will not instantiate each one of it. I want to have everything already there, and I instantiate only this one, and then eventually I separate them. The camera should be on level. Okay. And now let's simulate that instantiation. So let's say for each children that is a rigid body, we add the parts. And now for each part, so let's simulate that we happen to instantiate it here. For each part, in parts, we will add some force. So I need to make here. I forgot the name of the thing. Add force. Add force. Add part. Add force. Add constant force. And let's say this is expecting what? A vector? It's expecting a vector too, so let's say left, so minus 3000, 0. Let's imagine it collides going left. I'm getting tired. So this should add the force to each individual part, and the spaceship should be moving to the left. Looks like it was accelerating. Doesn't make sense because this is not in process. Let's do 200 less force. Why is the thing going faster? Oh, I need to add an impulse, not a constant force. So add impulse, maybe add impulse, apply impulse. And here, yes, it needs to be stronger. Not so strong. Okay. Can I do rotation? How can I do rotation? Because rotation will be complicated. I have the rotation of the entire body, but if I apply the same rotation to each individual part, they will be rotating individually. And that's not what I want to do here. But anyway, let's try to add a rotation. Part dot rotation apply apply torque impulse, and this is expecting a float, so let's say 150, I don't know. Maybe this is too strong or too weak. Maybe it's too weak. Well, let's go 5,000. Let's see what happens. If they rotate crazy. No, it doesn't do anything. Apply torque impulse. Applies a rotational impulse to the body without affecting the position. An impulse is time independent. Applying an impulse every frame will result in a frame rate dependent force. For this reason, it should only be used when simulating one-time impact. Note that is required for this. Oh, we need inertia. To have rigid body dot inertia inactive, collision shape must be a children of the node. Blah 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 blah. Rigid body dot inertia. Can I? Where is that option? Is that an option? Oh, it's there. But it's a number. Kilos per pixel. One. I don't know. Let's do this for all of them. Oh, center of mass. Maybe all the parts have the center of mass there, even if it's outside of the body. And if I apply rotation, maybe they will keep that at least when they are joined together, and then they can scatter. Maybe. Save, play. Something happened. Something happened very quickly. So let's do 50 again. Okay, the thing is rotating. Maybe 50 is too much. Let's do 1. Strange, they stayed together. Really strange. I have here the planet. Where is the planet? Or the space station? Is the space station a rigid body? Yes. Can I make it super heavy? Yes. Can I make it static? Yes. Can we play and see what happens? I will disable this rotation for now. Save. Oh, that's inertia. Setting totally broke the thing apart. The body's moment of inertia. This is like mass, but for rotation. Yeah, probably it needs, if set to 0, inertia is automatically computed default value. probably the number needs to be bigger here. Anyway, 0 goes automatic and see what happens. Yeah, this is the behavior I want. We need a dead astronaut floating from the inside of the spaceship. Just to be a little bit dark. Or maybe, no, maybe he has a jetpack, those things to move. And you can control it. Like, let's return to the space station with a really, really, really low amount of fuel. Okay, so it's kind of interesting. Can I rotate this? Yes, I can. See what happens if they collide like this. Yeah, this is kind of nice. As you can see, some parts go inside each other, but the details are not very important for this case. This is good. This is also good. So the geometry being simplified, it works even in this scenario where the thing starts to get into each other. I remember in Unity this being more difficult to do. It works really well here. I'm really happy with the change. I'm really happy with this. So, next step, we are applying the force or the impulse to each part, and we need to separate because they are still inside that main object. So we just pick up this part and get parent, just the parent dot add child, which child, this part. So each part that has a new impulse will be sent to the parent, and they will be independent from the original. So the original will receive the force from the spaceship. It will apply that force to each one of them, and it will release them into the wild. Save. Let's make sure this is what is happening. Let's go on window mode, close, so we can actually see. Let's put this spaceship more to the right so we have time to process the thing. Let's play this scene and try to get to remote quickly. Remote level. When they collide, we should see all the parts appearing here. But it's not happening. because cannot add child report already has a parent node today. What? So I'm here, the parent is that one over there, and I'm picking up rigid bodies. Get parent, and get parent will be the top one to the level 0 dot add child node. You know, all children, but every child must have a nickname. Come on. Child nodes are automatically deleted when the parent node is deleted. So, and that's why I need to do this also. So an entire scene can be removed by deleting the topmost node. Okay. If force readable name is true, improves the readability of the added nodes. If not named, the node is renamed to its type. If the child node already has a parent, the function will fail. Use node remove child first to remove the node from its current parent. Come on, really? Really? It doesn't have a change parent. Remove. Come on, really? Remove child. Remove child. Which child? The part. Okay. And now we put the part into the parent. This is not very intuitive, but okay. I've seen worse. It doesn't work. Add child fail. Considering using add child, call defer instead. When I fire, where is, oh, when I fire, I'm thinking in another project. Do I have here instantiation? Probably not. Probably not. I don't remember. I don't remember. Add a child. The thing I want to have is as simple as that. But this is instantiation, so the thing does not exist yet. It's only a variable yet. Yeah. It was what the thing was. What the help add child. So we'll get parent add child. Add sibling. No, not if you want a child to be persisted to a packed scene, you must use node. No. Note, if the child node already has a parent, this function will fail. Use node remove child. First, to remove the node from its current parent. For example, this. Part. So the new child node will be the part child node if it's different from null. If it has a parent, child node get parent, remove children. Okay. Let's see if this works. Probably not, because it will say the same thing. You need to do a defer. Considering can't add child rigid body to D2 to level, already has a parent node to D. Yes, already has a parent, but I removed the parent. No. Or this is a copy. Maybe this is a copy. No. 7 errors. is not removing. It's not removing any child from anywhere. Oh, part get parent. Yes, node to D. Remove child part. Yes. We actually don't need this if statement because we know it has. I don't need to test it. That will be the structure. How can I change one thing to another? Godot change node from parent to other node. When you unparent a node, the return value of getParent will be null. Oh, of course. So you cannot use getParent when it has no parent. Good point. But where I'm doing that? Where am I doing that? Get parent. So first I get the get parent of the part. But this is get parent of this script, which is not the part. This script still exists, so that's not our problem. Reference server. If target yeah, here is trying to get the parent of itself. How to change a parent of node in the script? No, don't like that. Get parent, set parent. Godot could have a function, a method called change parent, where you say where the destination is, and it does everything internally, automatically. But because it doesn't have that, I guess I have to do it myself. So maybe I will do a change parent function. Change parent, target, and subject. I will try to do that tomorrow. I'm super tired now. So make a function, a global function to called change parent where we should have the destiny or the target. And the subject. This would solve my problems. Yeah, this is because I don't want to have to deal with all these individual parts. I want to make them inside something. I instantiate that something, and then they just go away. So yep, that's it. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep, and I will think about the solution for the next stream. I hope it's tomorrow, but maybe not, because on Friday I will have to wake up very extremely early, and probably tomorrow I will not do this because it's almost 1 in the morning here, and 4 hours of sleep is not enough. So maybe tomorrow I will not stream. But I need to find a good solution. So, see you in the future.